Guys, free pick time. All right, back with another free play. So today I have a baseball play for you guys. I'm going to walk you through exactly why I think there's value and why 100% you make money on this play long term. So took a day off from free picks yesterday, guys. We have now won 7 of our last 8 days in Masterclass, coming off a 15-8 day. And even with the 8 losses, 3 of those were on Oakland. Yes, this guy right here, me, I bet 3 different ways that involved Oakland scoring runs. And needless to say, they couldn't do it. What kind of guy does that, right? Anyways, look, there's value there. And that's the thing I talk about in sports betting all the time where, often you have to be betting ugly. People look at the plays and like, are you serious? Like the other day, for example, on free picks, okay, St. Louis versus the Dodgers, okay? There's a lot of flack for that play, okay? They were slight, tiny little underdogs. Guess where they closed? As minus 132 favorites, okay? We got them at minus 107. Well, earlier we had them at minus 105, but got them at minus 107. Later on, they're minus 132, all right? Didn't matter if that game won or lost. I know that might sound crazy to you guys, but that is our job as sports bettors, all right? We beat the closing line. We found value. That's all we can do. So at the end of the day, I know that long term, if we find value, we practice bankroll management, we make money, right? That's what I always talk about on here. So when I'm honest, when I'm telling you guys this, that it didn't really matter if that game won or lost because we just keep doing that all the time. And I know that over the long term, money produced, okay? You find value, you win money. It is that simple, all right? So, we have to be willing to bet ugly sometimes because that is ultimately where a lot of the value is. And often betting ugly is meaning Vegas has mispriced lines based on public perception of something that just isn't so. All right, now here's a little thing from Mark Twain, guys. Very, very important line. And this applies to a lot of things in sports betting. And basically, Mark said that it's not what we don't know in life that gets us in trouble. It's what we know for sure that just ain't so. And isn't that the truth when it comes to sports betting? How many people have you heard running around talking about, I got a lock, I can't lose, there's no way? Vegas sets trap lines all the time. I've actually heard people say, oh, no such thing as trap lines. Well, come on. Let's be serious here, okay? There's trap lines almost daily, okay? If not multiple trap lines. And that old quote from Mark Twain is just so relevant to a lot of things in life, but especially in sports betting, that the reason why we practice bankroll management is for that exact reason, right? That, you might feel so confidently about a game, you say there's just no way that I can envision this game losing. But even the best games, like the best games that I'll ever cap, like the, 1 or 2 that come up every year are still only going to come in at 70%. So you still have that 30% chance you're going to lose, right? So we practice bankroll management and we embrace the fact of what Mark Twain says here. I'll say it again for you. It's not what you don't know in life that gets you in trouble. It's what you know for sure that just ain't so, okay? These are the guys running around screaming about how they got a lock and it can't lose. They bet half their bankroll, it loses, and then they're out of the game, right? They're going to piss away the next 50%, right? They're not going to all of a sudden go back to practicing perfect bankroll management to build it back up to where they were. Hell no. They're not. We all know they're not. They're going to piss it away, okay? It's super important, guys, to practice bankroll management for this exact reason. This can apply to just about anything in life, all right? A conversation with a friend. Not too long ago, man. Maybe 18 months, okay? Maybe a year. Said to me the housing market in Canada will never go down. Ever. And he rhymed off a lot of good reasons. I give him that. He rhymed off a lot of good reasons. And the only reason I could give him to tell him that I thought he was wrong is history. Because history is a way of repeating itself, right? And we look at that in sports betting where we say, history just has this way of repeating itself when it comes to these remarkable underdogs coming out and winning games, right? And spoiling people's massive parlays and stuff like that. But this is true whether it's business, investing, real estate, sports betting, okay? It's often what you believe to be a certainty that'll come back and bite you in the ass, okay? So that's just another way of talking about bankroll management for you guys that, it's important that you stick to proper bankroll management, but there's never a need. There is never a need, mathematically, This is not me telling you. This is a mathematical fact. There is never a need, ever, to bet more than 3% of your bankroll, ever. Okay? All right. Let's jump into today, guys. So I mentioned we've won 7 of our last 8. We went 15-8 last day on Masterclass. 3 of them lost on Oakland. Disappointed there, needless to say. But still, great day, great run. We got a busy day today. Got some big plays out there. Going to give you guys one of our larger unit plays today. As again, for the most part, then my free picks I give out fairly randomly. We got a lot of props today, and our props have been nuts, okay? Coming off a day went 8-1, I believe, on our MLB player props. Got some big unit plays, got some NBA props, and a little WNBA as well. We started off the year 1-0 in WNBA. Hope to keep that going as well. If you're interested, guys, BenderWins.com. It's $99 a month, gets you my full card every single day, all my masterclass educational videos, and the Bender Wins Guide to Professional Sports Betting to make sure you're betting on sports the right way. Today, guys, we're going to go with Cleveland minus 125. Got this line at 122 earlier, moved to 123, now up to 125, so it's creeping up there. Needless to say, we understand why it's moving. Have seen a lot of steam on this one. 9 steam and reverse line moves on Cleveland. 2 of them on the White Sox. So the White Sox not completely devoid of some sharps out there thinking that there's value. However, there's 9 of them on Cleveland and 2 on the White Sox. Interesting money distribution and money distribution movement here. So looking originally at 39% of bets and 69% of money. Okay, and that's as close to optimal as you're going to find. Yeah, we'd like it to be contrarian, but it's not as important in baseball as other sports. Okay, 39% of bets. So 4 to 10 people walking up the window are betting on Cleveland. But 70% of the money. Well, 69% of money. But now we've seen a movement where it's still 39% of bets, but up to 73% of money. And again, that spread just keeps growing. Now, what does it tell you when you see still the same amount of people going up to the window, but you're seeing a wider gap now in the money? That is very, very simple. That is telling you that there has been some really, really large bets come in here, right? Really large bets. In order to move, to keep a bet percentage the same amount, and to add 4% more to the money, you know we're talking about $25,000, $50,000 being moved like quickly, probably in multiple books, all at the same time. And what does that tell you when $25,000 comes in or $50,000 comes in, and it comes in really quickly at multiple books? What does that tell you? Syndicate. Okay, that's it. That's the only reason why money comes down like that. The same thing, you can call Billy Walters the Brain Trust. They were a syndicate in essence, right? I mean, that was just one man, Billy Walters, but it was in essence a syndicate. He had people all over the place, and just let's fire on the New York Jets, and boom, 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 boom. The Vegas got slammed left, right, and center. Before they knew what hit them, they had all this money on the Jets. This is what we're seeing here on this game, guys. I've capped this game as being a 0.065 to 0.07 run edge, which might not sound like a lot, but it is a lot in baseball. That should give us an expected win rate anywhere from 59 up to 61%, meaning this true line should be minus 144, all the way up as high as minus 156, and we got minus 125. Absolutely means we got value, okay? Even from the low end of our projections, okay? If we factor in a 3% margin of error, which we always want to factor margin of error, that brings the expected win rate down to 56%, meaning a true line should be minus 127. And we're still break even / have a tiny little bit of value. But I'm confident in 59% win rate being the floor in this game. And more than likely, this is towards the higher end of that, guys. And that is why we're seeing all the steam come in here. That's why we're seeing that money distribution difference. That is why I capped this game as being a 0.65 to 0.7 run favorite, guys. And that is what we look for in sports betting. We want everything to line up our way. And that's what we got here. BenderWins.com for the full card, guys. We got a busy day. Best of luck, and we'll see you soon.